This is not a Rorschach test. This is a video for the real men among us. Hi, this is Nathan Harrison for FineRemodel.com. Previously, I have discussed the general skill set that helps you quickly find studs. But now I'd like to discuss my own favorite tool, the probe. It's fast, it's aggressive, it feels very manly. Now, I see that worried look on your face. Probes make holes in the wall. So you should only use it when you know that the probe location will be covered. Now, that can sometimes be a bit like knowing which came first, the chicken or the egg. So we'll talk about cabinet work. The probe is particularly effective in cabinet work where exactly locating a stud can become pretty important. The other methods of finding a stud just don't cut it when you have to know its location within a 1/4 inch. Here's how this works. For a probe, what I use is a specially hardened punch with a very thin point. This point is about 1 inch to 1.25 inches long before it begins to taper out to a hex shank. The tip here is only a 1/16 or 3/32. It's very thin, so it goes into the wall very easily. And it's a special hardened material that takes a long time to break. They do eventually break just from all the impacts, but they'll last months. And by that I mean months of using them full time. I had stocked up on these a year or two ago, and it's a good thing because they've become very difficult to find. Scoured the web, and I've looked in my old local resource, which was Sears, which more or less is going away, and I can't find them. So hopefully whoever can sell us these things will find us, and I'm gonna leave a place further down on this page to give them an opportunity to do just that. Now, getting back to how this all works, the fact that this is straight and then quickly tapers out is very important. The first step to this is using all the other tricks to know approximately where the stud is. Then you probe very close together, say 1/4 inch apart, in the vicinity of the stud. And ideally you'll end up with a pattern that looks like this. Now you can see we have 1 large hole, 2 small holes. What does it mean? Well, where the large hole is, there was nothing behind the sheetrock. The probe just sunk in to the tapered part and made a larger crater. The 2 small holes mean that our probe hit a wood stud right behind the sheetrock. So that means that the side of the stud has got to be somewhere between here and here. And since these are only 1/4 inch apart, we have located the stud to within 1/4 inch. So this generally requires only 2 or 3 holes if your initial guess is a good one. Why not just use a nail for this? Some older carpenters do that. Well, I discovered that this probe fits quite nicely into a screwdriver. And by this I mean the ratcheting kind of screwdriver where the bits are held inside the housing and you can just replace the bits. Well, this fits in just like a bit. So this allows me to quickly pull out these parts, put them together, and make 2 or 3 holes very rapidly without wearing out my hands and without having to, well, it'd just be a lot slower to use a finish nail and a hammer.